All right, let's get back to Ryan. Ryan, it is hot outside right now, but there is relief possibly in sight, right?
Yeah, this weekend, Trace. And so if you don't like the weather today or tomorrow, just wait a couple of days. That's usually what we say in the weather department and forecasting. Weather changes often, right? In the summertime, it doesn't feel like that, but things will change. Things will get better, and sometime soon, hopefully. Now, take a look at the forecast highs for today, tomorrow, and the next couple of afternoons. Today, 100 degrees. Tomorrow, 101 to 102, peaking on this heat by the end of the work week. And here's the quote-unquote relief. It gets a little bit better, not as hot this weekend, and even better hopefully by the end of next week as August begins. Remember, August is usually the hottest time of year, but based on some of these long-range models, the computer guidance, it is suggesting that there is a break in the pattern. Hopefully that can bring in some cooler air and hopefully some rain back into the Houston area. Meantime, for Houston, it's going to be hot. No way around it. Until 7 o'clock this evening, a heat advisory in effect for all counties across our local region. Heat index up to 110 is possible. I think around Houston, probably on the range of 106 to 108 is likely. And that's because of just so much humidity in the atmosphere. It's pouring in from the south and southeast, and we'll chat about that in a second. First, the Atlantic. It's quiet. Hurricane season usually starts to ramp up in August, right? So far, the hurricane center's not watching any Atlantic storms in the Caribbean or the open Atlantic Ocean, but in the Pacific Ocean, it's a little bit of a different story. You got Hurricane Genevieve. Winds are at 125. Keep in mind, this time yesterday, it was basically at a Category 5. Winds are up above 157. So the fact that it's down to 125, it's weakening. And matter of fact, the latest forecast cone calls for a weakening storm. Not that we have to worry about it, but it's a major hurricane in the Pacific, and this could impact maybe, for example, Hawaii. If you have any vacation time out there, maybe towards the early part of next week, they could certainly see, maybe some increased swells and, coastal conditions. But again, no direct threat to the U.S. as of right now. Big reason why, so much dust out there, Saharan dust, and we have plume after plume moving off the Sahara Desert. That keeps it very dry and therefore quiet in the Atlantic Basin. Hurricanes need moisture to survive. Right now, we're at 91 here at home, 91 at Beaumont. 90 at Livingston. We have a couple of upper 80s out there. Tomball at 88. Same thing over at Hobby. Sugarland, 94. That's the hot spot right now. Winds will be a little breezy, but not until this evening. So really not much solace in regarding the weather today as the air temperature gets even hotter, 100. On the thermometer later today, 4 o'clock, clear skies. Winds are mostly light. And here's the heat index values, anywhere from 106 to 108 in most locations out there today. We talk about this so often. Heat is such a dangerous part of summertime, and when you get heat index values this elevated, it can cause heat exhaustion, heat stroke very fast. Please be careful, stay hydrated. By the end of this week, into Saturday and Sunday, this heat dome moves away from us and finally backs off. And this may generate some clouds and some rain and a couple of disturbances moving in from the north towards Houston. And we're hoping for that because that would spell out maybe a cooler pattern and also a daily chance for rain into next week. We're hoping for that. All right, here's your 7-day forecast today. 100 heat advisory. Please be careful out there. 102 Thursday to 102 Friday. That will challenge records here in Houston. Record-beating, record-challenging heat in Thursday and Friday. This weekend, that's the time when we start to cool off a little bit. Not as hot. 96 Sunday, some isolated storms, and at best, a little bit more cloud cover. So that's a win by this weekend. Tracing a little bit better, a little bit cooler, and anything's better than 102 this time of year. That's for sure.
Absolutely, Ryan, because it seems like every day we're saying don't forget the water, don't forget the sunscreen. So yeah, we definitely have to stay safe while we have these high temps, I should say. Thanks so much, Ryan.
Yeah.